So, you want to get faster and improve your explosiveness. Cool. But for that, you need to train. But what do you need to train and how? Well, we've already made a lot of videos with our good friends at the Tanner Speed Academy, but today we're going to take another deep dive because we're going to look at some speed-related strength exercises that you can use to improve those legs and become more explosive. So I hope you're ready for it. Strap in, make sure you're subscribed, and let's do this. So Carsten, speed-related exercises. So you're saying I have to work out to get fast as well?
It is supporting. It is supporting, but we have to understand only strength training is not making us faster.
Okay.
We also have to do it in a smart way,
right,
and not just to do as tough as possible. We have big muscles, doesn't really help because muscles is more weight. When you have more weight, you need more energy to accelerate. So therefore it can be also counterproductive. So therefore we have to be smart when we do some strength drills. Actually, there were some studies that plyometrics, so the bouncing and hopping, is more related to change of direction. So what we do a lot in football rather than strength training. But what I'm going to show you is some easy drills you can do. You don't have to have a gym because not all of us have access to a gym. So I will show you some drills, how you can work on this, and then it will help you to become faster.
So a little bit of exercise, if you do it right, it is needed. We have to do it, guys.
What is actually the most important part of your body when you play football?
My leg.
What sport do you play?
Football. The ball. My feet.
Here we go.
My feet.
When we work into a full extension of our body, into full stretch, it starts with the foot. The foot is pushing off. In this move here, for example, we need the calf muscles a lot, right? So calf muscles are important for this kind of stretch. Now I will show you some drills that you come into this full extension, how you can feel that you're really stretched on your hip. When you put your arms like this, so when you look at me, you can't see your elbows. Now your hip is fully stretched. When you come with your arms a bit forward, now it's stretched anymore, okay? So always try to come into this position when you do the drills now, what I'm showing you, that you come into this full extension here of the hip.
Okay.
Okay, good. So now we start with something with the kettlebells here, okay? Because we need some weights. They are both 6 kilo. You go into this position. When I'm here, the ankle of my knee, when I stretch my arm, the palm of my hand is exactly at the same height than my knee. I don't want you to work from this position. I don't want you to work from that position. I want you to work from this position. Because look, when you change direction, what are you doing with your leg? And then you push off, right? And rule of thumb is always stretch your arms, the palm of your hands are exactly on the same height like your knees. So when you do it again, but stretch your arms fully. Here we go. That's it. That's exactly your position. So that you really try to push the hip a bit forward. Yes, that's it. Here we go. Here we go. Excellent. Yes. Now you will stand on this board. You see, it has a little bit of an incline, okay? If you don't have a board like this, you can, for example, do a towel. You roll up a towel that you're standing a little bit in that position. And then you do the same thing here. And yes, you see then it's very difficult to keep the balance. Yes, that was a good one. Yes, yes. Excellent. When we do this kind of strength training, it's not only about how much we lift, but it's also about the velocity. How quick do we lift it? So when I, for example, have 100 kilo, I will be very slow in pulling it up. When I have only 10 kilo, then I can do it fast. So also here I need a lot of energy. So we don't only have to think about the weight, but also the explosiveness. So now you do exactly the same thing. You're standing on the board here, pulling them up. You do this about 10 times, then you leave the kettlebells, and then you try to bounce like this. And maybe you saw for me that I was lifting my toes a little bit when I was in the air. Okay, this is important when you're running. You would like to lift your foot a little bit to be able to push it into the ground to have a better leverage for accelerating, okay? But it's very difficult because this has to come only from your ankle. So not that you do like this, you try to be straight here, exactly, when you do it like this, okay? So just do it maybe 4 times, that should be enough. Good. Yes. 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 And now you try the bouncing. Yes. And go a bit forward. Here we go. Excellent. Okay. When you do it at home, for example, you would do this about 10 times, and then you would bounce for about 15 meters.
Okay. Wow.
Basically, okay? You can make it then even that after the bouncing of 50 meters, then you have an acceleration, that then you have a sprint for 5 to 10 meters for using the activation of the muscles. Because what you're doing here is that you're activating the muscles and then you want them to fire to go into the sprint.
So pump them up, full rocket mode.
Exactly, that's the thing.
All right. Why am I using my hands?
Okay, because even though you're using your hands, you will work now on your core.
Okay.
Okay, the core, we have heard this a lot, core exercises. That means that we need strength in this area. But we don't need it actually only in the muscles here, on the abdominal, but also on the muscles on the side, because they hold us in a stable position, that we're not falling over to this side or to that side. Because when I do this and I need to go there, of course I have a problem, right? So therefore, the more stability I have here, the easier it is for me to move. And that's what you're working on now with this. And all I want you to do is that you, from this position where you have your hands in front of your chest, that you just push your arms into a straight position. Exactly. And then you can go back.
Wow.
Okay.
That is pulling.
Yeah. Now you feel how the muscles here need to work, how you activate them.
So is this gonna make me faster?
This will hopefully help you to keep stability. Okay, and when we say faster, especially in football, fast is not only this way. We have a lot of change of directions. And we also can win speed by having a quicker break to change into another direction. And that is where it's helping for, okay? So better stability helps us especially in change of direction. So it's not only about running the fastest from this side, from that box to that box, but also when we change direction. So therefore, it's important.
Right.
Okay, now you did the easy one. Now we make it a bit more difficult. Now you will come in a standing position. Now you try the same thing you did in a standing position, okay? Just having this what we call kind of an athletic position, that you have a little bit, go down in your knees a little bit, and now you do the same thing by pushing it forward here. And try that your upper body is not rotating, that it's not following the back, exactly, that it keeps entirely still, very good. And you can feel probably now how your muscles here have to work to keep your body in that position.
Yeah.
So it looks easy when you're standing outside. When you're doing the drill, I think you can agree, it's a bit of a challenge.
Oh yeah, definitely makes you tighten your core.
Okay, when you do this kind of drills, it's also important to highlight, it's not the more the better. Okay? So it's not that you do this and then, okay, I'm doing 4 sets of 10 or something like this. Maybe it's enough if you have one day you do only 1 set of 8 or 2 sets of 8 max, and then the next day you do it again 1 or 2 sets. So actually it's sometimes better that you have smaller volumes, smaller quantities of doing things, rather than 1 session a week and now I'm all in and I'm doing it 90 minutes and I'm completely destroyed when I'm getting out of the gym. That's not necessarily helping. So when we have strength training, we say we have to train smart. That's a key thing, to have the right things. So now you will do something with a band that is not flexible, okay? This band is completely stiff, so we'll do something we call an isometric exercise. Now you're just in this position, and now you try to press a little bit to the left. So to this side, okay?
Pressing.
Yeah, and have the arms a little bit more stretched, that your body's going a bit, that you have a bit more distance between.
Okay. Oh, I can feel that. I can feel that right in my abs.
Okay, and you hold this for 10 to 15 seconds.
Okay, that is definitely not enjoyable.
Okay, good, that's enough. But you see, now it has complete different effect than it had before. Before the band was giving in a little bit, okay? This one is not. That is what we call isometric. When I'm holding the muscle in the same position, so when I have a weight and I just try to hold it, half a minute, 1 minute, you will feel that you will lose control. That is what we call isometric, and that's what you just did. And that is also part what you have to do in strength training, that you do isometric drills.
Right. So this is all focusing on the core.
This is all focusing on the core, and especially now on the side of the core. Because this is where we football players also, we have a lot of rotations, right? And then we have to stabilize quickly again. So when we have a weak upper body, then of course it's going to be difficult. Also when I have a position like this and I can kick the ball, then I have a better control. The leg movement is becoming easier. I can kick the ball more precisely.
There you go, guys. So, speed-related strength exercises. I can definitely feel my legs tomorrow. But guys, did you enjoy them? And what should we do more of next? Well, let us know in the comment section right down below. Of course, remember to subscribe to the channel with the notifications on. Maybe go take a look at the brand new XP pools from Adidas in the link to Unisport right over there. And if you want to continue your speed journey, there's also a bunch of videos with the Tanner Speed Academy right over there. So go check them out. With that said, I'll be signing off. Cheerio.